Hi, in this video, I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the AlphaPrep exam engine. I'll show you how it works, how to make the best use of it, and also cover the advantages and disadvantages. Because you're here, there's a good chance that you're already a student on my CCNA course. If you're not, then please check it out. To get there, go to the flackbox.com blog, click on tutorials, and then the Cisco CCNA complete training course. That will take you to a special discount for the course. It's the highest rated course online for CCNA from student reviews. It's got over 30 hours of high definition videos, and it's got a full hands-on set of lab exercises as well. Okay, so with that said, let's take a look at AlphaPrep. To get there, also please go through my website, the flackbox.com blog, and you can click on free resources and then choose AlphaPrep Exam Prep, or you can just scroll down a little bit and click on it here in the sidebar. Now, full disclosure, I am a partner with AlphaPrep, so if you do go on after the free trial and buy any of their products, I will get a small cut of that. Now, if you're thinking, okay, Neil, well, you're just making this video because you're an AlphaPrep partner, let me first explain how this came about. I've already got my CCNA course on Udemy, and they asked me to make my own course, which is an exam, a test exam for the CCNA. And around the same time that that happened, AlphaPrep approached me as well, asking me to be a partner with them. So I had a look at the Udemy test engine, and it's really basic. And I thought about the kind of practice test that I could produce for you there. And then I had a look at the AlphaPrep engine, and I compared the two, and the AlphaPrep engine completely blows out of the water what it would have been possible to do on Udemy. The way that the exam engine works is super advanced. They've got a team of developers who have purpose-built this for doing practice tests. They also partner with Cisco and Prometric as well to give you tests that are really similar to the actual CCNA exam. Also, their engine is adaptive as well. It updates based on your previous results, and it tells you exactly when you're going to be ready. So that way, when you go in to do the CCNA exam, you can be really confident that you're going to pass it first time. So this saves you money, and it saves you time, and it saves you a heap of hassle. So let's look at how it actually works. So if we click on my free trial link here, and then once this page loads, I will click on Start Trial. And in here, you're going to see that they've got a few different options. They've got a trial for CCNA. They've also got CCNP as well. And you can break it down into ICND1 and ICND2 if you're doing the CCNA. So here I'll choose the CCNA routing and switching. You see it's a free trial. With the trial, you get access for 10 days, and it's got a subset of the exam questions that you get with the full product, but it's still good for the trial. So I'll click on next step here, and you can see what the different pricing options are. So if you're already a student in my course, then you could go with the least expensive option here for $120. And what that gives you is the CCNA books from Wendell Odom. Wendell is a Cisco Press author, very highly respected. The books are really good. The main thing that you're going to get is the exam engine. You also get some review videos as well that you can watch just before you do the exam. But really, the best thing here is the exam engine for actually getting you to pass the exam. Now, you're maybe thinking, that $120 is quite expensive. This is if you're comparing it to my course, because my course you can get for just $10. You may be thinking, why would I spend $120 on this? Well, the reason is that the price of the CCNA exam now is over $300. And by doing this, you're giving yourself the best shot at passing it the first time. I'm going to prove this to you as we go through the rest of the video as well, when you see how good that actual exam engine is and we compare it with what other options are available. So $120 is a bargain compared with paying another $325 for the CCNA exam, also having to take the time off to get down to the exam center as well. So it's a bargain. If you're not already a member of my course, then there's also options here as well where you can get a full set of tutorials, and these come from Kevin Wallace. I've watched the videos and they're honestly really good. Something that I notice because I make my own videos is production quality, and the production quality of the videos is excellent. Also, Kevin Wallace is a really long time Cisco instructor. It's very easy to understand his videos. So if your work are going to pay for it, what I'd recommend is go for one of these options. Then you can get my videos and you can get these videos as well, and they're going to complement each other. So if there's anything in my videos that you want a review of, then you can watch these other videos, and it's going to give you a really good sound understanding of the topics on the CCNA exam. Okay, so those are the different options. To sign up, just click on checkout and then enter your details in there, and then you'll be able to sign in and get to the dashboard. So because I'm a partner, I've got access to pretty much everything in my dashboard here. If you do sign up for the full option, the recommended way to work through it is first off to read the section in the book. So to get there, you can see that on the dashboard, I can see everything in here. So I can click through it here. The book is available with PDF, also EPUB and Mobi as well, for if you've got a Kindle reader or something like that. So I'll click on library to get to it. You can also get to the books from the library here as well. And then when this opens, I will go to the ICND 1 book first. So for studying the CCNA, you can do ICND 1 and then ICND 2. So I will open this in a new tab, and it's going to open the PDF here. So you can view it in your browser. You can also click on the download button up here if you want to download it to your PC. You can also print it off from here as well. So it's the official Cisco Press book, and you can see we've got all of the contents, the different chapters over here on the left. So recommended way to work through as you're studying for your CCNA is read the section, the chapter in the book first. Then you can come back to the AlphaPrep interface, and then you can watch the CCNA videos. So I'll go to the video section, and this is going to take me to the full set of videos from Kevin Wallace. As you're going through here, the interface is going to track how far you've got through the course, so it's really easy to go back to the same point next time you log in. So if you've got the full access, read the book section first, then watch that section of the videos in the course. Then what to do is come to the CCNA exams. And there's two different parts to here. There's quizzes and there is the full exam. The first thing to do is the quiz. So I will click on take a quiz here, and when this opens, you see I've got a few options. There's quizzes for each of the different sections, and I can choose multiple ones at the same time. So say that I've already watched this complete section and I want to be tested on the whole section, well, I can just click on the section and I'll be given exams from all of those different individual chapters. For an example, I'll just click on Introduction to TCP/IP Networking. Recommended is to leave the difficulty range at the default, which is 1 to 10, and the quiz size, you can set this to however many questions you want to take. Now, with the quizzes, these tend to be easier questions that are going to check your fundamental understanding of the material. So I'll go Start Quiz here, and the quiz will load, and let's walk through this. So first question, I'm going to try to do the questions while I'm talking to you as well, so bear with me while I'm doing this. So what's a group of bytes that includes a network layer header as well as encapsulated data, does not contain headers or trailers below the network layer? So it includes encapsulated. Okay, let me go for a segment at layer 4. Again, if I get some of these questions wrong, it's because I'm trying to talk and answer the question at the same time. It's pretty difficult. Now, what you might think to do here is go to grade and review. But if you want to do the whole test, then what to do is click on next. What grade and review is quite useful for is if there is a question you're not sure and you want to know immediately to check your answer, then you can click grade and review. So let me show you that. So I'll click on grade and review, and I can see that I was incorrect there. So actually it is tells us that the frame is at layer 2, segment is at layer 4, and it's going to give us the correct answer there. Okay, so let me just scroll back up to the top here if I can stop my mouse going crazy, and I'll click on next. Okay, that'll take me to the next question, and it is asking me a switch, a modem. Where's that in the OSI model? That is going to be layer 2. I can click on next. Which of the following protocol service is for error recovery? I'll choose TCP for that. Next one, which layers of the OSI model would a firewall operate under? That is going to be layer 3 and above, so that looks like C. Next, what layer defines how to start, control, and end conversations? Let's choose session for that. And there we go, and then I can submit and score. And yes, please score my exam. And then it's going to save it. This just takes a second, and it tells me, okay, I got 60%, 3 out of 5 right. And I can go down here and I can see which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong. It's really easy to review after you've done the quiz. Now, before you move on to the full exam, because the quiz questions tend to be shorter and simpler, you want to have done several of these, and you want to be getting at least 80% on the quizzes. If you're not doing that, then go back and review the book and video material again until you understand the topics better. Once you are consistently scoring over 80% on the quizzes, then it is time to do a full exam. So let me exit out of here, and we'll choose to do the full exam. So the quizzes are broken down into each of the individual sections. So you can read the book, watch a video, and then do the quiz for that section and check your understanding. The exam is really for when you're getting close to being ready to do the real exam. So let me show you that. So I'll click on Take Exam here. And when this opens, I'll be able to do an exam. So it defaults, it's the full set of questions. This is really similar now to the real CCNA exam. The reason that it's very similar is that AlphaPrep have partnered with Cisco and Prometric. So the questions that you're going to get here are the closest that you can possibly get to what you're going to actually get on the real exam. So let's just, I won't do a full exam, I'll just show you a few of the questions here so you can get an idea. This first one is, there's 4 layer 2 switches in the topology, trunking is used, it supports 5 subnets. How many VLANs must be created to support the entire topology? So you saw with the quiz before, I was kind of able to answer most of those questions without even reading them properly or looking at the answers. With this one, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to actually look at the topology diagram here, think about how many subnets there are, and I'm going to have to think about the question before I'm going to be able to do an answer. So let's just put in any answer there and then click on next. The next one, which iOS command can be used to disable all RIP version 2 updates from being sent out any interface by default? Again, this is really similar to the kind of questions that you're going to see on the real exam. The format is very similar. The way that you answer them is very similar as well. So I'll just skip this one, click on next. Here I can see that I've got a topology diagram, and I'm going to have a question here and possible answers again. Again, just like the kind of questions and answers you're going to get on the real exam, and a similar difficulty as well. This is completely different than what I've seen from the other practice tests that are available today, which will typically have really simple questions. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a sense of confidence, a false sense of confidence before you do the real exam, and there's a good chance you're going to fail. With using the exam prep engine, so you do the full exam, and I will just come out of this. So I'll just go back to the overview and submit and score just to end the exam. Yes. So I'm just coming out here so I can show you a previous exam that I did, and you'll see the kind of review questions, the review of the actual exam that you're going to get there. So I'll exit out of this one, and then that will take me back to the main window for exams. And you see from in here, you're able to review your previous exams. I can see the last one from up here in the top right. I can also go to the history here as well, and I'll see all of my previous exams in here. I can see how I scored. I can see what questions that I got wrong, and I can see the areas that I need to do more work on. So let's look at one of the previous exams here. So I'll go on there, and you'll see that it tells me how I did in the exam, and also it breaks it down into the different areas and tells me how I did in that area. So it helps me really easily see what areas I need to improve on. Another thing, and this is one of the big advantages of the AlphaPrep engine, is that I get an earned level here. How you know if you're ready to do the real exam or not is once you get to an earned level of 7. To get to an earned level of 7, you need to have done several exams and have scored 80% in them. And because you have done several exams and you are scoring over 80%, and those exams are just like the real one is going to be, you now are going to have true confidence knowing that you are going to pass the exam on the first attempt. The exam engine, as well as telling you how you're doing and breaking it down into a lot of detail so you can see where you need to improve, is adaptive as well. It uses machine learning to figure out the areas that you need to improve on, and it's going to test you more heavily on them. Okay, so that is pretty much it on the exam engine. Oh, one other thing that I want to show you in here as well, so let me just go to a question to show you this, is there is a report button down here in the bottom right. So I can click on that, and it's going to say, okay, do you have an issue? Like, is there a display error? Or I can go down here as well. The question is not clear or wrong, and also other. This is maybe not obvious at first, but this is super helpful because this will go to a Cisco expert at AlphaPrep. So if you're not sure about that question and answer, you can explain, hey, I'm not sure about this question. I'm not sure about why that's the right answer. Could you explain it, please? and they will come back and explain to you why it is the correct answer. So the engine is really brilliant. It's just like the real questions and answers that you're going to get on the real exam. If you're not up to the standard to pass, it tells you exactly what you need to do to improve. You can then test again. It will check and see how you're doing. It's adaptive, so it's going to adapt to how you're doing. And if you're ever unsure about any of the questions and answers, you can ask a Cisco expert right from within the interface. Okay, so that is pretty much it on the exam engine. You can click the link above my head or down below in the description to get access to the free AlphaPrep trial. Also, check out the links for my free CCNA Lab guide and also the $10 coupon for the full course. Thanks.